So what exactly is an Ultrabook again? Well, I'm Scott Stein and I'm still wondering myself because this is an Ultrabook, although it's a lot larger than any Ultrabook that you've probably ever seen before. That's because Ultrabooks are getting bigger. What this is the Acer Aspire Timeline Ultra M3, and that mouthful means this is a 15-inch laptop that is deemed an Ultrabook by Intel and by Acer, but also has a DVD drive. So how exactly is that an Ultrabook? Again, it's about the low performance, low voltage processor, which in here is a Core i7 that you tend to see on those fast but battery conserving laptops that we would call Ultrabooks. And it is thin, and this comes in at under an inch thin, that's 0.79 inches thin, 4.4 pounds, but it looks like a thin laptop. And that's the kind of debate that you're going to have if you're looking for this type of computer that walks the line in between. And the performance on this is good. It uses a 256 gigabyte SSD in this configuration, 4 gigs of RAM, and that NVIDIA GeForce GT640M processor is part of a next generation of NVIDIA graphics. This is the first laptop that we've seen that uses those graphics. And it did hold its own as far as being suitably fast for games, but this isn't really enthusiast level for playing hardcore games. But it'll get by. And on a laptop this thin, that's saying something. You got about 6 hours of battery life on this, which is very good even for any Ultrabook. So that's great too. But the looks of it are pretty generic. I mean, this really just feels like a lot of other thin laptops that we've seen. And wait a second, I remember seeing thin laptops that had dedicated graphics a couple of years ago, and they were also Acer timelines. So what's going on? Well, Ultrabook is kind of a type of branding, isn't it? And that's the thing that's a little weird about the Ultrabook movement now as we start to see things like the HP MV14 Spectre, and we see the Samsung Series 9 15-inch. You're going to see a lot of these laptops that are trotting around the name Ultrabook and are going to feel a lot like thin laptops we've seen before. So bottom line, we don't really know the final price yet of this laptop, so it's hard to make an evaluation as to whether it's a good value. Now, if it comes in at well over $1,000, then this probably is going to seem like not such a great deal. Now, if it comes in at something that's very competitive around $1,000, and if it performs that well and it has that good a battery life, it's something you might want to consider. I'm Scott Stein, and let's look at the Acer Aspire Timeline Ultra M3.